Hold on to your hats, movie lovers. We're staring down the barrel of a box office showdown unlike anything we've seen in a while. Is it possible that a Bruce Springsteen biopic could actually contend with the explosive energy of a new anime release? The answer may shock you. The box office has been a bit of a snooze fest recently, hasn't it? Big budget films like The Smashing Machine and Disney's ambitious Tron Ares stumbled, failing to ignite the ticket sales they were expected to. Even One Battle After Another, while performing slightly better, didn't quite live up to expectations. But fear not, cinephiles. A jam-packed weekend is on the horizon, promising a surge of fresh content to revitalize theaters. From the soulful story of The Boss to the adrenaline-pumping action of anime, audiences will be spoiled for choice. The burning question is, which contender will emerge victorious? Mark your calendars for October 24th, because 20th Century Studios' Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere, and Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze are poised to dominate the marquee. But here's where it gets controversial. The highly anticipated neon horror flick Shelby Oaks, a movie that generated significant buzz through crowdfunding, and the Colleen Hoover adaptation, Regretting You, are also throwing their hats into the ring. With a diverse array of genres, this weekend promises something for everyone, creating a potentially explosive box office battleground. Currently, Scott Cooper's Springsteen appears to have a slight advantage. Projections estimate a domestic opening between $17 million and $27 million, according to Box Office Theory. Chainsaw Man is trailing closely behind, with projections ranging from $12 million to $17 million. Regretting You is anticipated to bring in somewhere between $11 million and $16 million. Official tracking for Shelby Oaks is still under wraps, but industry insiders predict an opening somewhere between Together, $6.7 million, and The Monkey, $14 million. And this is the part most people miss. The final outcome hinges on the potential for any of these films to either significantly exceed or fall short of expectations. Remember Demon Slayer Infinity Castle? It exploded onto the scene with a $70 million opening and has since surpassed $100 million domestically. Will Chainsaw Man ride the wave of anime's rising popularity in the US? And can Regretting You achieve the same unexpected success as It Ends With Us, which defied predictions with a $50 million opening and is now approaching $350 million worldwide? This is where things could get really interesting. Each of these films, a violent anime, a biopic about an American musical icon, a romance, and a supernatural horror movie, are targeting distinct demographics. If each connects with its intended audience, this could translate into a collectively successful weekend for the box office. Deliver Me from Nowhere delves into the creation of Springsteen's iconic 1982 album, Nebraska. Jeremy Allen White, the Bear, embodies the boss as he wrestles with the pressures of fame and the lingering shadows of his past. On the other side of the spectrum, Chainsaw Man the movie Reze plunges the titular character into a brutal conflict between devils, hunters, and clandestine enemies. A mysterious girl named Reze enters Denji's life, forcing him to confront his most perilous challenge yet. Springsteen is aiming for a performance somewhere between the Bob Dylan biopic A Complete Unknown, $140 million worldwide, and Elvis, $288 million worldwide. With a $50 million budget, a debut in the $20 million range would keep the film on a positive trajectory. As for Chainsaw Man, anime films generally have lower production costs and perform exceptionally well internationally. Even a $10 million opening would be considered a win, although a $20 million debut is certainly within the realm of possibility. Now here's a bold prediction. Regretting You might just be a case of Hollywood underestimating the power of catering specifically to female audiences. If its target demographic turns out in force, it could mirror the unexpected success of films like 2022's Where the Crawdads Sing and 2024's It Ends With Us. The same holds true for Shelby Oaks, which is benefiting from strong pre-release buzz and the allure of the Halloween season. Taking a closer look at the lineup, it's clear that each film possesses considerable upside potential. Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere, Chainsaw Man the movie, Reze, Regretting You, and Shelby Oaks are all scheduled to hit theaters on October 24th, 2025. But here's the question I want to leave you with. Which of these films do you think will surprise us the most? Will Springsteen's raw emotion resonate with a broad audience? Can Chainsaw Man carve out its own dedicated fan base? Or will the power of romance and horror prove to be the ultimate box office draw? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts and see if you agree with my assessments, or if you have a completely different perspective.